It's Rachelsey at the movies, yay!
We saw Wonder Woman 1984.
Ping, ping!
Okay.
That's what she does.
Follow all the superhero movies. This is not part of the Marvel Universe. This is part of DC, which is done by Warner Brothers. Yeah. And so this is the second installment of a Wonder Woman series.
It's her third appearance in that multiverse because they've got a lot going on in the DC universe. We won't get into that.
Yeah.
But her third appearance, she was in Batman vs. Superman. Then she had her own movie, which was a huge hit when it came out. And this is the sequel to that, Wonder Woman.
Well, it's a continuation.
1984.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you call it a sequel.
It is a sequel.
Both of them are prequels in a way. So neither of them take place in the present day. So the first one happened around the time of World War I and tells like her story of coming into Earth from the land of the Amazons.
The Mascaria.
And then 1984 is in 1984. So if you saw the trailers, a lot of 80 references. I really like the first trailer for this movie, like those trailers with the 80s song and the graphics. I thought it was really great. So, Kelsey, go wait or skip on Wonder Woman 1984.
I say wait to see Wonder Woman, but you've already waited to see Wonder Woman, so I guess that means to go watch it now on HBO Max. You can sign up for...
Wait would mean, hey, you know what? Watch it whenever you want. Get around to it when you can.
Yeah,
but you don't need
I would
to,
wait. It's not anything that's earth-shattering. If you enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie, I guess that you might... I mean, I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie. We have an interesting experience, which we'll share later. But I'm going to say wait to see this movie. It's not everything I wanted it to be. I thought the trailer was better than the movie, and I never liked that experience.
I'm going to say skip on this movie. Skip with a caveat. Yeah, I know. Skip with... If you like all the superhero movies and you want to keep up with the, expansion of the DC universe and or multiverse, however that happens, well then yeah, you're going to see it. But I gotta say, I feel like it felt like a filler movie to me. Like it was just a placeholder until Warner figures out what they're doing with DC.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It was designed to make money.
You could almost, probably skip this movie altogether. Even if there are a plethora of DC movies to see, this one just seemed like filler to me. I didn't know, and we'll get into all the reasons why and whatnot. Spoilers,
this is not nearly as good as most of the Marvel movies. And that is something that was really driven home, a point that was driven home to us because we had just got through rewatching the MCU movies. All of them except the newest Spider-Man movie, which is the last one. Wow, amazing experience. And then we watched Wonder Woman.
Yeah, this movie released Christmas Day. We finished the MCU watching with Endgame Christmas Eve. And so Christmas Day, we watched the first Wonder Woman movie, and then we watched the second one. We watched both of them via HBO Max because we contracted COVID, so we could not go out to the movies to go and see this like we normally would. I wonder if that affected our movie watching experience.
Well, I think definitely, if I'm honest, it probably did for you because you have a lot of emotional attachment to going to the movies.
I love going to the movies.
For me, because we differ in our opinion of this movie, I don't think this movie was terrible by any means. But what I do think is that this movie, like you said, was mostly filler. And that it was interesting, and the concepts were interesting, and I thought even true in a lot of ways. And the performances, by the main cast, were really good too. But I don't know if this movie really does anything to separate itself from the original movie, other than Wonder Woman's awesome and everybody loves Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
I get that. Well, I already love Wonder Woman, but if you're going to create a story, and they put a lot of time into the story, I thought the story was interesting, but I don't think that it was quite depicted in a way.
Well.
Yeah, it wasn't quite executed, and that was really driven home again because we just got through watching a situation where they executed throughout most of those movies excellently. That doesn't mean that I think this is a bad movie. I think that this movie is a good movie by superhero standards. It's just not what...
It was redundant. Yeah. To me, I found it redundant because I already saw Wonder Woman in the past help people of Earth conquer, Ares. And then in this movie, I saw Wonder Woman in the past help the people of Earth conquer whoever the god of lies is.
Yeah, it was like right. It's the same. It was the same basic premise.
Yeah. And so, I mean, so just to say, like, I like Wonder Woman a lot. Like, I love Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I thought at the end of the movie, she had this little speech that she gave.
That was great.
I thought that there were, like, truths in that speech. And so one of the themes of the movie is that anything born out of lies, like, isn't good. It can't be good. And so you kind of see Wonder Woman, she really has to deal with that because she, brought Steve back, through some kind of magic, but it was using like a stone, like from the god of lies. And so she had to let go of that because there was consequences by taking something that was, from the god of lies. And so that was like at the end. I also liked how at the end, it wasn't Wonder Woman that saved the day, per se.
Yeah, she played a part.
She played a part.
A Wonder Woman part.
It was like all the human beings who came together, but individually had to trust, like, well, I'm going to do my part. They don't know if everybody else is going to do their part, right? But they had to, take back their wish on that they made to end this catastrophe, worldwide catastrophe. So I really like that because in all the superhero movies I've seen, it really a lot of times depends on, like, I'm so strong, and so I saved the day, you know? But I did like that part about this.
You see that a lot in our lives with me being so strong.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Wonder Woman is one of the best things that the DC Universe has, and I definitely want to see her in more things. They really need to get their stuff together, though, because that universe is pretty crazy, and especially because you're about to re-release Justice League with the Zack Snyder cut, which is going to be the original version, which my understanding is it's completely different than the one we got, and a lot of people are looking forward to that. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this universe goes. I really like Wonder Woman as a character, and I'm excited. But they really, man, how long do we have to wait before they get it together, right? I mean, look, in the MCU, what they've done is just incredible, and I don't know why they can do it and DC can't. I don't get that.
Yeah, they need something. Like I don't even have the words for it because I think it's a shame to waste a lot of these characters.
They're so great characters,
and to just like tell a story. I mean, another thing this movie suffered from was that like everything was in the trailers. Now, part of that was because the movie got delayed, so I think they ended up showing maybe more in the trailers than they expected. But almost the whole thing, like you think it was Wonder Woman, it was 1984. She was in the gold suit. Steve was back. Kristen Wiig's character
was good and bad.
Also a villain. Like
the whole thing.
That was all in the trailers.
I don't like when they do that. They did that with Thor Ragnarok too, which in my opinion is the best MCU movie. Remember, because they showed the Hulk. Imagine that moment in that movie had they not shown the Hulk in the trailer. That would have been amazing.
Yeah. So I got to go back to, and Kelsey doesn't like this, I might just stop watching trailers. Except for the first one. Like the teaser. I feel like the first one is usually good, and after that they just give away so much. I love watching trailers.
I think that
movie makers, take more responsibility for the trailers that are made for your movies. That's what I want from you.
Most of the Star Wars trailers were pretty good.
Disney is a lot more protective of Star Wars, I think, than maybe a lot of other movies are with their trailers.
Would do,
so, it was a weird movie. It was weird to bring Steve back for apparently no reason. And
I get like it
briefly, like he's just gone again. So
I do think like it was like redundant, like you said, but they did it. I know why they did it in the story, because she would have to sacrifice what she wanted, which was obviously Steve. But I mean, I don't know.
But can we say it's weird that Wonder Woman
already did that?
Didn't seem to have any like thoughts about, oh, who's this guy's life you took over, Steve?
I thought that was weird.
I
thought the way they did it was weird. Yeah.
Are we not concerned about the ethics of this? Like,
especially for Wonder Woman's character, she's the most like Captain America in the way that she thinks, right? And I don't understand like how she wouldn't have thought about another human life.
Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't make sense.
It's totally weird. There was just lots of weird stuff in this movie. They didn't, my opinion is they didn't flesh out Kristen Wiig's character enough.
Yeah.
To make me have any kind of attachment to her. Like, why do I care? You know?
They did have a lot of cool scenes, though.
It did have a lot of cool scenes. Wonder Woman's gold, suit thing was cool, although I think it's kind of wasted.
Did you know that she could fly, kind of? I didn't know that.
No, but that was something, I bet for comic book fans, that's probably something that I do
happened.
know that pose.
Yeah.
And so you got, it was like good fan service that you got to see her learn how to do that.
And the fan service that I knew about was when they had the invisible plane, because she had an invisible plane.
Oh, that was another thing. So there were some Wonder Woman specific things that were kind of cool, but I was real disappointed in my Christmas Day movie.
It's okay. It's okay to be disappointed.
But we hope you're not disappointed in this episode. And if you are, don't tell us.
Thanks for watching our show. You know, you can be a Wonder Woman or even a Wonder Man by liking, commenting, and subscribing to Rachelsey at the Movies.